So we will begin our practice finding your chair. There's mine. See it? And let's just come to it. All right. So let's just start with moving the body. Feel free to close your eyes and just sort of move your body around. Notice how your body feels today. If you're like me, literally every day I wake up and there's something else on my body that's like, how come that's kind of sore? How come that feels weird? How come that pain is there? And it's just the nature of our very complicated gift that we have been given this body. Yeah. So just notice, not trying to change anything. That's the theme. That's the theme for this class. And that should be the theme for life is not trying to change. Yeah. So let's pause, find some stillness. Yeah. Good. So again, the body doesn't soften on demand. Like when you're feeling tense, you're like, okay, I'm not going to feel tense. I've got to not feel tense. It's not good for my body. It just sometimes that even creates more tension, right? So when we let it go and we let it relax, when we let the mind relax to say, it's okay if you're tense. That's fine. I see you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you'll find that that relaxation just happens, that it just comes. Another thing that's really helpful if you are feeling that tension, that tightness, is touch. The body responds to touch more than it responds to mental chatter, right? Hurry up, relax. I got to do this. So we're going to do today and through next week, we're going to have this theme of how do we really just softly bring in relaxation. So the body responds to touch. So when you are feeling, if you are feeling tense or there's something that's a little tweaky on you, to not resist it. And maybe just lightly, we can all do this, lightly hold your heart, or sometimes lightly hold your belly. Yeah. And then take a breath in and just gently extend the exhale breath, either through the mouth or through the nose. Yeah. And then bring a smile to your face and close your eyes. And if we do this, that's when the body hears, oh yeah, okay. And just allow the stiffness, the tension, the worry, just allow it to be there, extending the exhale breath. So keeping your eyes closed, if you want to bring your hands, your palms up onto your thighs. Yeah. And let's just take 5 long, deep diaphragmatic breaths. Again, we're not pulling the breath. We're just elongating it. So taking a breath in through your nose and then pause the breath at the top and then allow the body to relax. Just let the exhale out. And again, see if you can just gently extend it as long as is comfortable. So smiling, breathing. And again, if you want to, again, hold your belly or hold your heart and practice with that, feel free. Holding the breath at the top and maybe slightly holding it at the bottom. Noticing that exhale breath. And on the next exhale breath, at the end of the breath, you can release your breath, just bring it back to natural breath. Good. And then when you're feeling ready, flutter the eyes open. Yeah. So just keeping in mind, it's very profound. It was profound for me when I heard this, is the body doesn't respond to demand, right? The mind. It only responds to, relax, touch and breath and smile, right? Those 3 things. So smile, gently touch, breathe. Whenever you're feeling stress, tension. Yeah, good. And next week we'll go into, tips for sleeping. Some of us have harder time sleeping. As we age, we have a harder time sleeping. Yeah. And so there's just very simple little techniques, a technique, right, that you could do to bring that body into relaxation. Yeah. And loosen up, right? When you think of children, children aren't as tense because they let it out, with their body, they let it out. And so there's breathing techniques we'll do when we stand up to help with that. Yeah. Okay. So scooting forward in your chair. I want to talk a little bit about achy body, stiff body, right? So joints, in our body, especially as we age, our body tends to be a little stiffer. And sometimes a lot of cartilage loss is due to misalignment. So when you think about it, if your joints are misaligned, there's usually one muscle that's firing and the other one that's just sort of hanging out. And that misalignment makes the joint have to work and move and try to steady itself. And that creates stress on the cartilage in your joints. So when we're in proper alignment, now the body's working together, the muscles are working together, the joints are in alignment. So alignment, I talk a lot about posture in our classes, and posture is so important as you go through your day. Just become aware of how you're sitting. And I'm such a stickler now. Wherever I go, whatever I do, and I see people, I just want to walk up to them and just adjust them. But I don't do that. Unless I ask them. Yeah. But just so making sure that your head is feeling like it's above your hips, scooting away from your chair. When we are sitting in a chair and where our back is rounded towards the back of the chair, yeah, that's the whole spine is out of alignment. Yeah. So sitting up tall, maybe feeling the heart lifted a little bit, maybe even feeling that the head is just very gently reaching towards the sky. Yeah. Bringing you into proper seated alignment here. Yeah, good. All right, so let's take a breath in and let it go. So if you remember one thing from today's class, extend the exhale breath, not pulling, like getting the breath all the way out. No, that's pulling. That's going to create tension, but just gently see how long you can comfortably extend the exhale breath. And again, that sends signals to the brain and the central nervous system, this body wants to relax. I get it. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to bring our focus to our toes. We're going to do little piano toes. So starting with your pinky toe, then your next toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. Yeah. And then just pressing it down into the earth as if your toes are trying to play the keys on a piano. Yeah, just moving your little toes, those toes that have every body part that we have has a purpose, from the pinky toe to the heart, right? Yeah, from your little toes to your big muscles. They all have a role to play in our body. And now just reverse, go big toe to pinky toe. So you're basically just wiggling your toes around. Yeah, and ideally having shoes, because we probably all have our shoes on, that where you can move your toes around are ideal. If your toes are squinched in your shoes, yeah, that's not the best for balance, so you can look into that. Okay, and then relax your toes. And then we're going to lift our heels and drop. But look down at your feet here and make sure that your toes are even. See if one toe is in front of the other. We want toes even. Yeah, feet about hip distance apart, which is about 4 to 6 inches. Good. And now again, lift your heels. Drop your heels, lift your toes. Drop your toes, lift your heels. Drop your heels, lift your toes. Good. And just keep on. And now relax the feet. And now we're going to lift one heel and one toe. So we're sort of opposite, and drop, and other heel and other toe. Bring your attention to your knees. And as you do this, see if your knees are caving in. You want your knees to stay even, not going in when you lift your toes. Yeah, that's a lot to think about. Yeah, but just alternate. Good. Alternating. Anytime we alternate our movements in our body, it's good for our brain. Practice. Yeah. And then release. Okay. I don't usually do this until we go into Shavasana, but we're going to sit all the way back in our chair. Yeah. Feel your back supported. Good. And that's going to help with lifting our legs, right? So then we're just going to lift one leg and extend and release, and lift the other leg and extend. And so our back is supported. We also want to tuck our tummy in a little bit. And this is a really nice way to get a safe, comfortable hamstring stretch and thigh strengthening. Yeah. Good. All right. Loosening up the legs. All right. And now getting our nice posture, remaining as seated back, we're going to lift our arms forward and up. Relax your shoulders. Yeah, just to where it's comfortable here. And then again, we're going to extend the right leg, release. Extend the left leg, release. And now as you extend the right leg, maybe lift the left fingers up a little higher and release. And as you extend the left leg, lift the right fingers up a little higher. Good. One more round. Reach up, extend. Anything that doesn't feel good on your body, what do? We don't do it. Release your arms down. Good. And just shake it out. Just admit somebody here. Shake, shake, shake. Good. All right. And now we're going to scoot back forward in our chair. Good. And we're going to reach our arms out. Good. Make a fist and circle your hands. And circle the opposite direction. Good. Good. And then lift the fingers up and bring the fingers down. And up and down. Up and down. Good. And then release the fingers, spread the fingers wide and reach them out and in. So this stretch you can kind of feel going all the way up into your shoulders. Yeah. And out and in. And in. And relax. Good. Roll out the shoulders, release your arms down. Good. Find your nice posture. Yeah. Press down into your feet, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Big breath in and exhale, relax your shoulders down. Good, again, inhale, lift up. And relax your shoulders down. Good. And now bring the shoulders forward and up and back and down. Just tiny little circles here. Yeah, and back and down. Good. And shake out the hands, flop them around. Little face massage here. Again, gentle touch is so relaxing to our body. So again, we're going to just brush as if we have bangs, and we're just brushing our forehead. Good. And then taking your thumb and pointer finger, starting from the inside of your eyebrows, pressing in a little bit and outline your eyebrows all the way to the outside. Come back and do that again. Good. Taking your thumb pads, bringing them right above your tear ducts, like with that bony part of your eye socket, right on either side of the top of the bridge of your nose, and do little circles. You can close your eyes here. Notice if there's any tenderness. If you tend to get tension headaches, this is a good little massage. Yeah, you can even move the thumbs out a little bit further out to the middle, towards the middle of your eye socket. Yeah, mine feel pretty good today. Good. All right, and then we're gonna just take our fingers to our jaw, open your mouth and do a little massage for your jaw. Good. Tap, tap, tap your cheeks. Good. Take the hands and pull your ears up. Pull, pull, pull. Bring the ears back. So take the sides of your ears and pull back, back, back. This is a good facelift. I do this in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I look much better like this. Yeah. And then you massage your little earlobes, and then you can gently pull your earlobes down. Good. Grab the sides of your ears again and try to circle your whole ear. Good. And then reverse. Good. And relax. Find your posture. Nice tall spine. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly turn your head over to the right. Then inhale, come forward. Slowly turn your head over to the left. And come forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop your chin to chest. Let's roll your head over to the right and up and over to the other side and down. Soften your gaze, close your eyes as you rotate. Loosening up the upper body, neck, shoulders, upper back even. Yeah, next time the head comes forward, pause and reverse. How does your neck feel today? Notice. Again, whenever we have an ache or pain, feeling something stiff, just embrace it, notice it, pay attention to it. Don't try to get rid of it. Because the more we try to resist it, it'll persist. Next time the head comes forward, pause, press into your feet, slowly bring your head back up. All right, take a nice breath in, find your posture. It's time on the exhale breath, we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Tendency is to sometimes lift the chin here. Just want to keep the chin, forward, and the head is, and then look up to the upper left corner of the room. Look as far as you can over to the left and up. Good. Relax. Release your left arm down. Good. Float it away from your body. And then just move your hand around. Maybe make little figure eights. Good. And now relax the hand. Bring the palm up and slowly bring that arm. Let it float up. Floating up. Yeah, there should be no discomfort here. Go as high as you can. Good. And now taking the gaze, relaxing the neck, keeping the head where it is. You're going to turn the head to look underneath the arm. And then maybe look up towards that left hand. If that's bothering your neck, bring your head, the gaze back down, even forward if that feels better. Yeah. And breathe. It's time you exhale. See if you can reach up a little higher. And now bring your head straight back down. Yeah. And now turn your head slowly forward. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, grab the right side of your chair here. And we're going to reach up and lean over. Just find a nice side bend for our body. And again, there's a little bit of a challenge here, but it shouldn't be too much. It should be enough so that you can breathe fully. Yeah. Good. And then inhale, press into your feet to bring your body up. And then just slowly release that left arm down as comfortably as you can. Good. Roll it out. Good. Other side now. So start with hands on thighs. Take a breath in. Drop your other ear, this left ear to the left shoulder. Again, chin forward. We're not throwing the head back. Good. And then roll your eyes up to the upper left corner of the room, right corner of the room now, with our head going left. Good. And then release your gaze, relax your gaze. Release your right arm now. Float it away and do some just movements, figure eight here. Good. And then relax. These are really good stretches to start getting your muscles moving. Yeah. You can either keep the palm down or up, whatever feels good. Press into your feet as you reach that right arm slowly up. Yes. Good. And now gaze is optional. You can keep it forward here. You can turn it slightly. You can slowly look up towards that right hand. Find your breath. Each time you exhale, stretch up a little more. And stretch up a little more. As as you exhale. And now relax your gaze straight back down. Bring your head slowly forward. Take a breath in. You can hold on to your chair if you'd like for your side bend. Exhale, just reach up and lean over. Yeah, good. You don't have to go far. Just feeling a stretch on that right side of your rib cage. Yeah. And then press into your feet to come back up. And exhale, just let that right arm down slowly. Taking good care of our joints. Good. Roll it out. And just notice if you feel any tension, so relax. And now let's just bring our hands very gently to our neck. Close your eyes and notice how that sensation, I always get just these nice tingling, to just allow those hands to say, okay, I've got you. You can relax all the neck muscles. You can even give yourself a tiny little massage here. If you feel like you want to go towards the top of the shoulders, you can do that too. But just that sensation of touch, that's what the central nervous system responds to. That's why massage feels so good. When somebody's washing your hair, it feels good. It relaxes you because the body responds to that. Yeah. And release. And so we can do that for ourselves. Yeah. Good. All right, little cat-cow. So again, we're scooted forward in our chair. As far forward as you can with your sit bones still grounded in your chair. Good. Inhale, lift the heart, look up, lift that gaze slightly. Exhale, so slide the hands forward, drop the head. Press into your feet, slowly come up, all the way up to the top of your thighs. Reach your elbows back and slide your hands forward, drop your head. Yeah. And slowly come up again. If you want to bring your palms to the back of the seat of your chair, you can do that to open up a little bit further. And exhale, relax. Slowly come back up. You know, there's a lot of modalities that are just about touch, right? There's acupuncture, there's acupressure, there's marma, it's called in Ayurveda, and it's basically just touching lightly parts of your body that release the tension. So touch is so important for us, yeah. And if we live alone, like I do, you know, there's nobody there to just get your, shoulders, you can do it yourself. Do it yourself. Okay, so we're going to come to a stand. So one important thing to remember for our joints, for our cartilage, for all of that, for our just overall health, is during the course of your day to, at least if you can, every 15 to 30 minutes, just stand up and move around. And even if it's just for 30 seconds, that gets the blood flow back going. It gets the blood flow, it gets the energy, the prana energy moving in your body. 30 seconds. And then you can return to where you were. Yeah. So make that a goal. So basically, if you're sitting at your computer for hours, or if you're sitting and reading a book for hours, if you can, just set a little timer on your phone, maybe even every hour, if you can, to stand up and get the blood flowing. Yeah, good. So we're going to stand. All right. So feet about hip distance apart, heels back slightly, head above the shoulders. I'm going to lean forward, right? And always say on an inhale breath is what brings you up. So we're going to press into our heels and almost feel like your chin is leading the charge as you stand up. So take a breath in, exhale it out, lean forward. On an inhale breath, lift your chin as you stand up. Yeah. And it just feels like it's so much lighter than when we stand up. Good job. All right. So coming to, this is the back of your chair. You can scoot it forward. And let's just start to move the body. Yeah. Just notice moving the body. Where you might be feeling a little stiff. Maybe today you feel particularly good. Maybe you feel like, whoa, I'm really stiff today. Yeah, and that's okay. Embrace that. And just know that your body's different. You don't have to catastrophize every time there's a new ache or pain. Oh my gosh, what is this? I do that. I'm so good at that. But I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. Yeah. Just be with it, embrace it, pay attention to it, breathe and smile, and it will eventually go away. Yeah. And relax. And sometimes it's not like right away. Sometimes it's the next day. Sometimes it's in a couple days. Yeah. Good. All right. So let's just start to move the body. Yeah. Good. Good. Forward and back. Start to move things. If you feel like coming into a little jog, you can go forward and back. You can even go around in circles, just moving, getting the blood flow. Yeah. Our bodies are designed to move. Yes. That's how all the fluid goes in and out, the toxins release. Yeah. Tension releases. That's why a lot of people exercise. That's why marathon runners, you get that endorphin when the body's moving. And so it creates, you're not tense. You're not tense when you're moving. Yeah. And relax. Good. Good. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. Good. Another breath in and breathe out. Good. All right. So let's just do a little, again, exhale, releasing of tension. So the great thing to do when you're in a tense situation or your body's feeling tense or you're feeling that anxiety is just the hump, the word HUMPF, hump, right? Soften the body, bring the arms up and just hump as much as you can. Breathe in through the nose and hump out the mouth. Hump. Hump. You can even go a little faster if you want. Hump. 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 And relax. Yes, and I've said this many times. That's a very powerful tool, right? If you're getting nervous about going somewhere, doing something, meeting with somebody, have somebody that you don't really get along with, that you're going to have to be dealing with, just do that a few times before you. And if you're in a conversation and it's getting pretty intense, excuse yourself, like you're going to go to use the ladies' room or the men's room, and do that. Hum, hum, 3 times, at least 3 times, and then go back. Yeah, and you'll see how powerful that is. Let's bring our legs out a little bit wider. Good. All right, we're going to do different sounds in our side to side today. Also a way to release tension. Good. Take a breath in, exhale it out. And then on an inhale breath, breathe in to one side and ha the other side. In, ha. In, ha. Now we're going to hold. In, ho. In, ho. In, ho. And now he. In, he. I'm taking a drink. You keep going. And then pause. Now we're going to do that the opposite direction. Oh, sorry, I have a tickle. All right, so we're going to breathe out the opposite direction. So breathe in, ha. In, ha. In through the nose, ha. Now ho. In, ho. In, ho. Feel like Santa. In, ho. And now he. In, he. In, he. In, he. And come back to center. Good. All these little fun things or funny things, just it helps us to bring our childhood back. As I said in my thing, when we were children, we don't have tension, and then we live life and we get things piled on us and we hold tension and we're not even aware of it. Yeah. So speaking of that, we're going to come into our mountain pose. All right. And then we're going to simply close your eyes. So if you have your chair there and you feel a little precarious with eyes closed standing, you can hold on to your chair. Close your eyes. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. And now take a breath in and tense up your whole body. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your toes into the floor, squeeze your fists, squeeze your arms next to your butt, squeeze everything you can, your ears, your eyes, your nose. Squeeze, feel what that feels like. Oh, it's tension, but you're still trying to breathe, right? But you can't breathe very well because you're so tense. And now exhale and relax. Ooh. That's what relaxation feels like. Yeah. So it's just a little tool to remind our body, oh, that's feeling tense. That's what it feels like. And that's what it feels like when it's not tense. Yeah. Good. All right. Bring your legs a little bit wider apart, hands on your hips, soften your knees. Let's just do some circles with our hips in one direction. And circle the other direction. Ooh, yeah. Good. And coming back to stillness, coming back to your mountain pose. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. Good. Inhale, see if you can reach your right arm forward and up. And as you exhale, soften your knees. Reach back slowly and drop. Good. Come forward. Inhale up. So again, nice and easy. So sometimes we have some stiffness and we move through it. But if it's very uncomfortable, then modify. Either bend your elbow, don't go far back. Yeah, come back forward. Let's do the other side. Inhale up, exhale back. Good. Nice back stroke, nice and easy on the body. Yeah. And one more. Good. And come back to center. Good. Right, coming a little bit wider apart here. I'm going to soften the knees. We're going to come into a forward fold. So you can use your hands on the back of your chair if that feels better. I want you to be mindful of your back. So we're going to tuck our tummy back a little bit to secure that low back. And you're just going to come forward in a little bit wider leg forward fold. Yeah, good. So we're going to inhale and just start with bringing our arms forward and up. Lift your heart, look up slightly. As you exhale, soften your knees. Start to reach your hips back and allow your arms to just drop forward. Now, tuck the tummy up, right? You're looking down towards the floor. If this feels like too much on your back, bring your hands onto your thighs for leverage. Now you can keep your arms hanging. Now bringing your awareness to your head. If you want to drop the crown of your head all the way down and let some blood flow go in, or just keep looking at the floor if that feels like too much pressure. Good. All right. But just falling forward like a rag doll. Again, being very mindful of your spine, your back. Tuck that tummy up. Exhale. See if you can soften. Just having this nice inversion that gets some blood flow to the brain. Good. And now when you're ready, bringing your hands onto that leg somewhere, start to walk your hands one at a time, slowly up. Again, always keeping your head down. When we're in these inversions, you want that head to be up last. And once the body's up, chest, shoulders, then head. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Good. And bring yourself back to hip distance apart. All right. We're going to do a very mindful, not that everything's not mindful, but a warrior two pose. We want to be comfortable in the warrior two pose. We don't want to feel strain and tension, right? So bringing your legs out a little bit wider apart. Good. Lift your right toes up, pivot on your heel, drop your right toes. So come to a stance, front heel in line with the middle of the back foot. That back foot, either the toes are forward, you can draw them in slightly if that feels better on your hip joint. You decide. And then softening the right knee. So you're just bending it a little bit. You don't want to bend it to where it's going beyond the toe. You want the knee above the heel. Again, stacking the joints will save that cartilage, will save that joint life. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to start with bringing our hands on our waist. Yeah. Good. So this is a great version of Warrior Two. And then looking over to the right. Yeah. Good. So if you have any shoulder issues, shoulder challenges, this is a great way to do your Warrior Two. If you feel like it's going to be comfortable enough, you can really release your left arm and float it up, extend it wide. Release your left arm and or either arm, extend them out to either side. And now if this is not feeling good on your shoulders, again, release the arms and just bring your hands onto your waist. So you decide what's most comfortable for you. Looking down that right middle finger, stretching gently to either side with your hands. And maybe tucking your tailbone forward. Maybe gently pressing into your piano toes. Yeah. And relaxing your shoulders back and down. And breathing. So find the smile. Find a little bit longer exhale extensions. And as you exhale, see what you can soften. Yes, so finding the strength of trying to take the tension out of it. And now as you exhale, just release your arms down or take them off your waist. Good. You can bring the gaze forward. Press down into your foot to straighten the knee. Lift your toe up, bring it in, and either heel, toe, or step your feet together. Good. Shake it out. Good. Move the body. So all these little stretches, movements, that's what keeps us loose. Keeps the body loose. Yes. Important for everyone, especially important as we age. Yeah, good. All right, so we're gonna do that same thing on the other side, our warrior on the other side. So wide stance, toes even, lift toes up, pivot and drop. Or come to your toes to the outside as comfortably as you can. And now adjust your stance, soften your knee. You don't want to be leaning forward here. You want your shoulders above your hips. Yes, good. And then we can start with hands on our waist. And we can just slowly turn our gaze to the left. Good. Your breath in, exhale it out. Good. And now if it's more comfortable or if it's comfortable for you, you can release your arms down and float them to either side, one at a time or both at the same time. And if you find that's a little, too much tension on your shoulders, drop your arms and come back to bringing them onto your waist. Yes. And now if your arms are extended, gazing over that front middle left finger and breathe. Find the areas of the body that you're feeling tension. Let's see if you gently press your toes, that gives you some support. Yeah, maybe tuck your tailbone forward a little bit. Yeah, good. And what about your shoulders? Big breath here, and as you exhale, feel your shoulders relax. Loosen up, even in this challenge. Yes. And now as you exhale, relax. Slowly release the arms down. Turn your gaze back forward. Press into your foot. Slowly straighten your knee. Lift your toe up. Pivot in. And heel, toe, or step your feet back to hip distance apart. And shake it out. Good. Roll out the shoulders. Come to your mountain pose. Good. We're going to bring our, start with our left hand onto our waist again. Yeah. And then we're going to slide your hand across your chest and up to your shoulder. That's trapezius muscle back here at the top of your shoulder. And give that a little bit of a massage. And I'm being selfish today because my shoulders are tight. Good. And now just laying your hands onto your shoulder, relaxing that arm down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just as a big hump again. Hump. Yeah. Bring your hands up to your shoulder. Hump. And one more. Hump. Yeah. Let's slide the right hand up across your chest onto your shoulder. Relax. Yeah. Give yourself a little massage on this side, this shoulder. Push around for any tender spots if there are any. Yeah. And then pause. Relax that arm down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hump. Yeah, like you're just inhale, exhaling again, getting rid of that tension and stress. And one more. Good. Shake it out. Roll out the shoulders. All right, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. All right, so using the back of your chair here. If you have a different way of doing down dog, feel free. Some people do it on the wall. Yeah, I think this is a really nice way to do it if you're uncomfortable with being on the floor doing it. Yeah, so palms are just gently resting on the back of your chair. And we're just going to start to walk back one step at a time. Make sure you have a lot of space behind you because maybe we're going to lift. We're going to come into a little warrior 3 here. So adjust so that you have space to lift your leg up behind you. Yeah. So feet about hip distance apart. You step as far back as is comfortable. And we'll start with bending our knees and stretching our hips back. Imagine the top of your head reaching forward and your hips reaching back. Good. And breathe. Good. And now straighten the right knee and rebend it. And straighten the left knee and rebend. And again, right knee, bend, and left knee, and bend. Good. And now keeping knees soft. Good. Gonna slide your right toe back. Good. And now as you straighten the left knee, see if you can lift your right foot up off the floor. Yeah. See if you can drop that right hip and reach it back. Yeah, just a little bit of a bone density building on these legs. Good. And then drop your right toe, slide it back next to the left. Come back into your bent knee downward dog. Good. All right, and now see if you can slide your left toe back. You can stay on your toe. Or if you want to, straighten that right knee and lift the left foot back. Lift the left heel back. As high as is comfortable. See if you can drop that left hip a little bit. And breathe. Just playing around with this. Strengthening. And then drop your left toe. Bring your left toe next to the right. Again, bend both knees. And now look forward slightly and start to make your way back to the back of your chair. Just one step at a time. One small step in. Yeah. And then slowly bring your body back up. Good. Just a little challenge here. All right. Find your mountain pose. I'm going to slide my your chair where it is. Good. And then glide your arms back and see if you can interlace your hands behind your hips. Relax your shoulders. Just let the weight of your arms relax your shoulders. Good. And then a little bit of a slight bend in your knees, lifting your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale. See if your hands can reach down towards the floor. Yeah. Reach your shoulders back slightly. Just feel a whole opening of the front of your heart. Yes. Nice and easy. Good. Extend the exhale breath. Relax the body. as your arms melt a little closer to the floor. Good. Breath in and exhale, relax now, bring body back forward, and then gently uncross your hands behind you and shake it out. Do another little shake, shake, shake. Yeah, good. Roll, roll, roll. Good. All right, and just coming to a little, tiny little stretch for our feet, and you can use your chair here or in front of you. Actually, you want the chair sort of off to the side if you're going to use the chair, because we're just going to do some stretching here. So we're going to lift the heel. We're just going to massage the ball of our foot. So holding onto your chair here is a good idea. Yes, if you need a little bounce, because you want to keep a nice tall posture here. You don't want to be scooted forward. Yeah, remember stacking those joints. Good. And then pause, slide your foot back, bring the top of your foot sort of like it wants to reach towards the floor, and just rock side to side. Good. Bring that toe back. Good. Nice tall posture. Lift a foot up off the floor and circle. Good. And at any point in time, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do it with maybe hands on hips or just down, palms forward, reverse. Good. Getting a little more challenging here. Just rock your foot forward and back. Good. Squeezing your glute muscles. Yeah, if you need to grab onto that chair, fine. And now, ultimately, if you can, just swing that leg forward and back. Try to keep your upper body steady. Yes. Good. This is challenging without holding on, but you just experiment and release. Good. And move it out, shake it out. Good. Let's take our hands and just rub them up and down the side of our body. Good. And if it's available to you, down and up and down your glutes behind you there, even your low back. Just reminding the body, sending those sensations. Good. And relax. Good. You can do the other side. So weight now in the other leg, ball of the foot, and massage the ball of the foot. Yes. Good. Slide that foot back, bring the top of your foot towards the floor, and rock the heel back there a little bit. Should feel good. Nice little stretch on the top of the foot. Back to ball foot, ball next to the other. Lift the foot and circle. Finding a spot to stare at helps with this, and then circle other direction. Good. And then rocking that low leg forward and back. If you keep your heart lifted and nice tall spine, that helps your balance. Maybe arms out to either side. Again, maybe you stay holding onto your chair. And now whole leg. Yeah, just see how that goes. You can play with it. You can just put that toe down if you need and release. And shake it out. Good. And again, massage the sides of your body and glutes. Here, yeah. And then tap, tap, tap your arms. Tap, tap, tap the other arm. Tap, tap, tap your legs. And down your thighs, maybe side of the thighs. Maybe you tap your glutes behind you there. Yes. Our skin is our largest organ. And it has all these nerve endings in it. So yes, when we pay attention to our body, that's what it listens to. Yes, good. Shake it out. Okay, let's make our way back to our chair. Good. So sitting down mindfully, situate yourself right into the front of the seat of your chair. Good. All right, take a breath in. As you exhale, send your hips back. Yeah, and I feel like I like to sometimes put my hand on either side of my thighs and sort of press out into my hands. Because yeah, ideally, we talked about this last week, sitting and standing without holding on is a good goal to have. So when you're pressing your thighs out, yeah, it really helps with engaging those big thighs to help you sit down. Yes, good. So scooted forward here. Yeah, let's just bring our legs out wide. Lift the heart, take a breath in. Exhale it out. You can even haw it out. Yeah, that exhale breath really helps. And we really forget about that. The more tense we get, the more if something happens to us or whatever, we have a phone call and all of a sudden our mind is like, red alert, you know, like, okay, I recognize that and I'm going to breathe and I'm going to smile. And I'm just going to hold whatever's feeling tense. Sometimes it's your throat. Yeah. And just train your body that it doesn't have to panic. Yeah, good. All right, let's take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, hinge forward. Keep your head above your shoulders. Good. Press into your feet, come back up. Exhale, hinge a little bit further forward. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. Again, tuck your tummy back. See if you have some space to come a little further. Once forward here, now bring one elbow onto your thigh, the other elbow onto your thigh. Good. And see if you can just press your arms into your legs to widen your legs a little bit. If you have to do a little heel toe out with your feet, and see if you can get a nice stretch on those inner thighs here. And again, for our head, if it's comfortable for you, you can just relax your head forward, relax your shoulders. Yeah, so just sort of a seated forward fold here. And breathe. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Relaxing with that exhale breath. Good. All right. And now slowly bring one hand back to your one thigh, leave the other hand back to your thigh. Press down into your hands and slowly bring the straight spine back up. Good. And relax the shoulders. And toe, heel, your feet back to hip distance apart. And we're going to get ready for a nice long Shavasana. Yes. So we're going to do a little mudra work before we do that. So go ahead and sit back into your chair. Yeah. Get yourself nice and comfortable here. Yes. All right. So mudras are, again, we have lots of nerve endings in our fingers, and it sends signals. Again, that touch, right? That feeling sends the signals to the brain. Yeah. And so first we're going to get tense though, right? So let's bring our palms up on our lap. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, tense up the whole body. Right? Squeeze your eyes tight, your ears, squeeze whatever you can, the back of your neck, your belly, right? Your knees, your toes, your glutes. Feel that tension all throughout your body. Good. Keep trying to breathe, but you realize how difficult it is to breathe when you have tension. And now as you exhale, let the whole body melt as if it's chocolate. Yes, you're melting chocolate to make a nice pudding. That feels good. All right. So just again, reminding ourselves what tension feels like, reminding ourselves what relaxation feels like. Slowly fluttering your eyes open. So we're going to go into this called Matsya Mudra. And it's a mudra that helps our body, send a signal to our body to relax. It's also really good to help keep us fit and healthy. So you're going to take your left hand on down, and you're going to bring your right hand on top of your left hand. Good. So they're just like a pancake. And then your thumbs, you're going to reach them back. So, and then you can bring them onto your lap. Yeah. Good. And so it looks like a little fish, right? Yes. So wherever they're comfortable sitting on your lap. Good. And then we're going to close our eyes. And then we're going to take some nice long deep breaths. And again, extending that exhale breath, but not pulling the exhale. Take 5 breaths here. Breathing in through the nose, pausing your breath at the top. And slowly exhaling through the nose. And as you exhale, you feel the body start to relax. Do a few more breaths at your own pace. Feeling the release of tension on that exhale breath. Relaxing the muscles, relaxing the endocrine system. And then on your next exhale breath, just relax your mudras. Bring your palms up on your lap. And begin to let go of all of your efforts now. Again, let's take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, soften the shoulders. Relax your neck. Gentle smile on the face. Feel your arms relax. Your hands. Your upper back. Middle back. Low back. Your hips. Thighs. Lower legs. Feet. Toes. Whole body. Become aware of any thoughts and just let them be. Notice how you feel. Bring that gentle little smile to your face if it left. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers, moving the body. And now bringing your hands to your heart, just laying your hands crosswise on your heart. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, relax your head towards your heart. Relax your shoulders. And we'll close practice today with this. If you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep gently moving forward. Dr. Martin Luther King. Now bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Take a nice big breath in and let it go. And when you are feeling ready and complete, you may gently begin to flutter your eyes open as you press into your feet to lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and taking care of yourself, hopefully loosening up a little bit. And just remember those little tips, right? Smile, extend the exhale breath, and hold your heart. Yeah. Have an amazing rest of your day, weekend. Namaste.